So you want to know about lowering springs? Well, you came to the right place. We've got the VWR lowering springs on this 2024 Audi S3. And we're going to talk a little bit about this, give you my overall thoughts and opinions on it, and tell you if I recommend these springs or not. Originally, this car, it rides very smooth, right? Obviously, this is the Audi platform, so you get that luxury ride comfort. It's a lot smoother, a lot quieter in cabin. The only thing is that you get wheel gap, right? On the front and the rear. With this, it eliminates the wheel gap. So let's take a closer look. The wheel gap is gone, guys. Take a look at that. Really, really nice. The car sits perfect in my opinion. Overall, with the looks, I think these are great. 10 out of 10 in terms of the wheel gap being gone. I did have this same exact brand on my 2019 Golf GTI. While they're very similar in the way how they perform, there are some differences, so let me go over those in just a moment. But taking a look at this with the GTI, I believe it had like a 2-finger gap. This is you're looking at a 1-finger gap now. The 2 fingers don't really fit anymore. Tucks in really nice. These are 19-inch wheels, so that could possibly play a role in why less of a wheel gap versus the GTI. Check out the rear. And the wheel gap on this, also a single finger gap here, right? We try to use 2 fingers, single finger. Originally, I think before lowering the car, we were looking at maybe like 3 fingers. So you kind of get an idea of how much this car is lowered. And this is, we're talking about a couple weeks now after the springs have settled. This is the overall end result you should expect. VWR lowering springs, when it comes to looks and eliminating the wheel gap, 10 out of 10. I love the way how it clears the gap there. I think it looks great. So we talked about looks, but how does the car actually feel when you drive it? Overall, daily driving, it feels OEM plus. I will say that. There are some differences though. You will take a slight hit when it comes to day-to-day driving over certain bumps. Cruising, normally, speed limit, all that, it's great. It feels OEM plus. A little bit of a spirited drive also feels great. I do feel less body roll, obviously with the lowered height, lower center of gravity. When it comes to some of these road bumps, that's when you'll notice a difference with these, because with the stock suspension with DCC, right, the dynamic traction control, it is very comfortable. The only thing is that once you lower it, that DCC control is still registering with the stock ride height. So when you lower the car, it kind of throws it off balance a little bit. Not saying that the car can't drive, but when it comes to certain bumps, the way how it handles those bumps, it introduces some harshness / crashing feel. And what do I mean by that? So we have 2 types of roads here. We have the green side and the blue side. Green side, you've got your wavy type of roads where you're just driving, kind of dips down, comes back up, very, very smooth. Same thing, it would dip upwards and kind of come back down, you see right there. That is completely fine. It rides amazing on these types of roads, obviously. So where does it kind of lack a little bit? The blue side here, this side, whenever you have jagged edge roads, for example, if you're riding in a construction zone and there's a bunch of steel plates and you're going about 35 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour, whatever the speed limit is there, you're gonna feel that. Anything above 30, you're gonna feel. Below 30 should be soft enough, but you're gonna feel those jagged edges there. Same thing with bumpy roads that sometimes like the road kind of like, I don't even know how to describe it, but bumpy roads that kind of have this part just like sticking out. You got to watch out for those because you're going to get that crashing feel. Not as bad as it was originally right after the install. Once we did the DCC relearn, it definitely helped out a lot. And now riding on these types of roads, it soaks up the bumps better, but it's still not 100% perfect in my opinion. That's kind of like the best way to explain it here. Left side, right, we've got these dips and you can have wave, like, I don't know, like wavy versions of that and it'll be fine. It's just when you get to these like jagged edges here that it's a a little bit harsh at times. And I'm comparing this against my GTI that also has VWR lowering springs. Now the main difference with the GTI though, it is a non-DCC car. And then on top of that, the GTI is one, it's a lighter car. Also the wheel and tire setup is lighter as well. Thicker sidewall. As you're going over these bumps, the suspension doesn't really get compressed as much with a lighter wheel and tire setup. So it's something to keep in mind. Maybe get some lighter wheels and tires. It'll probably cushion the ride even more than it is right now. But I'm just giving you my overall thoughts on this as the car currently sits here. The front of the car, the nose, you'll feel that impact a lot more than you should. Now at first I thought I was going crazy, right? I'm like, no, like there's no way. VWR, I had it on the GTI, it was the perfect setup, super comfortable, soaks up the bumps well. I started digging deeper and I'm like, well, this does have the DCC, which operates differently, right, than your non-DCC cars, right, for like the GTI base trim and whatnot. So then I found out that the DCC can be recalibrated once you lower a car. So I started digging deeper into that, and then some people said that it helped, others said that it didn't. I went ahead and tried the DCC recalibration using the OBD11, and let me tell you, it does make a noticeable difference, guys. It's really simple. All you want to do is lift the car fully up on all fours. Every single tire cannot be touching the ground, and then you use your OBD11 to get that calibrated. You also need to have the hood propped open when you're doing the calibration, so it can register. Otherwise it won't let you code it or recode it. So if you're gonna do this, definitely make sure you have OBD11 so you can take full advantage of the way how these can ride, because otherwise you're gonna be missing out. Sure, it's gonna look great, but what's looking good if you can't even enjoy the actual ride comfort? You're gonna be the one driving the car anyway, so you know, food for thought. Ride quality and comfort, I would say this jumps from like a 6.5 out of 10 to an 8 out of 10 once you do the relearn, the recalibration, because some of these bumps, you still feel them. Smaller bumps are fine. It's just when it comes to larger bumps like steel plates, potholes, things like that, you want to make sure you're not going too much of a fast speed so you don't get that harsh feeling up on the front tires there. So it's not perfect, but it's still an OEM plus option in my honest opinion. And again, just look at it, like it looks great, but no one really pays attention to it because of how OEM plus it looks. It's not super tucked in. You still have the stock wheels on there, so you get that, you know, sleeper stock look. If you were to compare this to a fully stock Audi RS3, this sits a tad bit lower than a stock RS3. So the question stands, would I recommend the racingline lowering springs for your 8Y Audi S3 or Golf R? Yes, I would. Overall rating on this thing, I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10. Between looks, the way how it drives and comfort and everything, it's an 8 out of 10 mod in my opinion. Again, if it didn't get that crashy feeling on the harder bumps, I think it would be 10 out of 10. Don't let that discourage you from trying this mod out, because it's still a really cost-effective mod that makes a drastic difference in how the car looks and feels and drives, right? So definitely look into it. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below, and hope to catch you on the next one. Peace. Time to go record some sound clips of the swooshy noises. Time to go record some sound clips of the swooshy noises. What's up, guys? As I'm editing this video in real time, I had the chance to actually try a different wheel and tire setup, and I just wanted to add in some additional details here. So when you go to a lighter wheel and tire setup, it does make a difference. I tried it out today. I won't say which one, but I just know that it's a little bit lighter. I tried it out and it does soak up the bumps better. So just to be fair, for those of you that are looking into this mod, if you already have aftermarket wheels and they are on the lighter side, the ride quality would probably be better than what I had explained in this video. So just wanted to put that out there. Thanks for watching, and continue with the end of the video here.